I just released a new game on Nintendo Switch. Heroes of Loot 3 Gauntlet of Power, now available on Switch. Let's talk a little bit about that. And also, while I'm talking about it, go check it out. If you have a Switch, or you know a nephew or niece or somebody who has a Switch, give them this game. And that helps me stay alive. That helps me survive as Orangepixel. Also, I'm not gonna edit this video, so every little weird mistake I say is gonna be in the video. I'm pressed with time this week, so I'm just gonna go with the flow and we'll see where this ends. I do edit one thing, and that's the intro. So, hey, I'm Pascal from Orangepixel. Welcome to another video. Intro. Okay, so first of all, I haven't released this game on my own. My buddy Friedel, Belgian guy called Serious Lion on the Discord, he takes all my Java libgdx game code and ports it over to Monogame to release these games on console. It's our 12th release now in the last couple of years, and still a few more to come. And we're also looking in PlayStation and Xbox, or looking at PlayStation and Xbox versions, but that's all taken a little bit of extra time to figure it all out and to squeeze those games out on those platforms. But hopefully we'll get there before PlayStation 10 and before Xbox is gone, which is a very sure thing, because it looks like Microsoft is slowly phasing out their hardware and just moving towards Game Pass on everything, I think. So anyway, no editing. The difficult part I ran into this week was promoting the Switch version. There's a lot of information about releasing games on Steam and figuring out how to do that, and how to do Wishlist and marketing and all those things. But when it comes to anything outside Steam, it becomes a little bit more difficult. There is no real wishlisting on Switch. Nobody talks about any algorithms Nintendo might have, and I don't know if they have it actually. I think they have a list of new games, a page on the eShop, on their web page, game marketplace. They have a page for new coming games, but I think that's really all. And finding information on that has been difficult. I think right now it feels like every game developer and publisher just releases games on there and hope it actually sells and people find it. There are a couple of big Nintendo game sites. Tried mailing them, contacting them, of course. Also been looking for YouTubers. But the biggest ones are mostly about technology, about the Switch hardware, about Nintendo, and not so much about third-party games on Nintendo hardware. Has been hard to find those, but I mailed a couple of them, I think about 10. I mailed a couple of the big sites, and I'm hoping for the best. The game is gonna be out, or actually by the time this video goes live, it's now Monday, but on Thursday the game is live. So hopefully if you have a Switch, go grab the game. It will help me a lot. It will also help Serious Lion, and in return you get a great game. So that's pretty cool, I think. So yeah, new game on Switch. I think that's the first part of this video. And that brings me to the second part of the video. It's been a weird, messy couple of weeks. I've been all over the place. I pushed new versions of Gunslugs 3 to mobile, to some marketplaces, fixing things. And that required me to update the whole build tool or development tools. So I use libgdx, and big shout out to everybody that's still maintaining libgdx, because even though there's so many changes that annoyed me, because now I had to go through all my old projects, and that's also a thing I've been doing, going through all these older projects, updating them, and all the build scripts and things are just changed. So it's a lot of work for me to maintain those and keep them updated. But now that I have updated them, I must say the current streamlined version of all these building scripts, it looks a lot better. It feels better than it was. So again, kudos to everybody that's maintaining those and building new scripts and tools for libgdx. I don't use a lot of libgdx, for those wondering. I really use just the basic parts, audio handling, rendering handling, and multi-platform. So Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS and Android. That's the core stuff that I need, and everything else I build my own just to make sure that these games are easy to maintain, and also port them to future things like the web versions or console versions, or in the future if libgdx stops at some point not being maintained and just fails to support newer operating systems, I'll have to be able to get all my code and run it on something else. And if it's very much tangled up into the libgdx platform and all the ways that they want to do things, I'll have a very hard time moving my games over to new platforms. So that's why I try to keep all my game logic and everything that's really about the game itself is my own code and not a library or engine, just so I know what's happening and I very easily know how to change it to another language. At least that's my idea. I won't know until I actually have to do that. I have been doing it for web games. A little update on that. Paused it a little bit. It's still, I want to do web games and web versions of my games, but the HTML5 market is, I just don't know where to find money or how to earn money from those games or those versions. So also figured it's not the high priority. My main game is the most or the biggest priority. So Space Grunts and Regulators, they have to go out the door. Gauntlet of Power now is out on Switch. I actually have it running up and running on my mobile as well. Fixed a couple of things that weren't done yet, or not fixed it, actually built them. I was missing a key to slide or dodge, something that's really needed in the game. So very tiny thing, but I had to dive into it to build it. It's now in the game, and fixed a couple of other things that weren't working well with touchscreen. The difference with touchscreen and a mouse is how you click and point. On a touchscreen, when you point to something, you also click it, while on a mouse or with a mouse you can actually move to the interface and then click it, and that's a very big difference. So some of the interface things didn't work well on mobile, and that's now fixed. So it's ready to go on Android. I still have to do it on iOS. Somewhere, my MacBook is somewhere down there behind me. Haven't booted it for many months. So I'm not sure if I can actually still build iOS games with it. It's getting dated, it's getting a bit of an old machine, and Apple really likes to push everybody to keep buying new stuff. So I'll have to try and install the new macOS, or the one that's actually still runnable on this device, and then also hope that Xcode, the newest SDK of Apple, still runs on it. If that doesn't run on it, I simply cannot build iOS versions of my games. Yeah, I might go for a Mac Mini, but I'm also not sure if it's still worth it on the iOS market, so it's gonna be a difficult decision to make. So let's hope at some point I can actually update the Mac and still work on that one. Or maybe I can find somebody to sponsor me with a Mac Mini, but I'm not sure Apple would sponsor my channel. I'm open for it. They're probably not, but I am. Okay, let me think about the next part for the next shot. Okay, so there's a little tiny editing going on after all, because my microphone, or well, my input, microphone input on my camera died after that first video before the intro. So I'm now recording. If I move it, it stopped recording. Still recording. Okay, so recording all the audio on my phone while the camera, I just hope I can all mix and match that up into a video. Also, we'll have to send my camera out for repairs, which could take more than a week, and that would mean I can't have a video online next week. Also, using this camera to record videos for my wife's channel every Saturday, we got a little problem, and cameras are very expensive, so I'm not sure how I'm gonna fix this short term. I don't have the guts to go into the camera and fix the microphone port myself. There are some tutorials online about doing that. Yeah, but it's too expensive, and I'm too inexperienced to actually try that. So for now, audio recording on the phone, it's messy. We'll see how this goes. Anyway, do I have more for this video? Yeah, why it's been also a very chaotic week this week. I'm going back to school tomorrow. Yeah, haven't been to a school in 30 years, or roughly 30 years. Okay, editing the video a little bit right now. Apparently not going to school tomorrow. Just got an email doing it on another Tuesday, which means I get to skip school the first day. This brings back a lot of memories. All right, let's continue the rest of the video without editing. Got invited by the local school. They're apparently doing some after school game development, game design things. They asked if I could drop by and maybe talk a little bit. So yeah, I'll drop by and see what it is and if I can have any or give any information there or whatever. So I'm not sure what to expect, except that it's gonna be weird. I'll be riding my bike to school. Never expected to say that again after so many years, but yeah, that's happening. Have been doing a lot of other things left and right, but a lot of Space Grunts work as well. It's getting there. Got a couple of playtest keys out on the Discord to some people. I think they've been enjoying the game, so that's a good sign. And rest of this week I'll try to do some promotion for Gauntlet of Power on Switch. I got an idea for TikTok. Maybe I can hand out some promo codes on TikTok, and what I understand is that you get a better amount of views if everybody watches your video completely. So my idea here is to, in the first part of the video, tell people I'll give away some free copies of the game on Switch, and then have them watch till the end to explain how they can actually participate in this little giveaway. First thing I have to do is check with Nintendo if I can actually use those codes I have for something like that, a giveaway. I'm not sure that's actually even possible. I think it's promo code, so in some ways this is promotion for my Switch game, so I'll have to just read between the lines maybe and take a gamble and see if that TikTok actually does something, which means I'll also have to record that one while I don't have audio working as it should. Oh boy, yeah. Chaotic week, also chaotic video. I'm just right now recording all of this and I'm not even sure if I can get everything synced up and working. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna get the audio off my phone onto my computer. So that's a lot of things I didn't expect to do today, and that's still gonna mean I'm editing this video in some way, except just not cutting everything out. So far, not a lot of weird things came out of my mouth, so that's a good thing. And maybe I should also end the video here just to make sure it stays that way. Yeah, I think I covered everything anyway. So let's just end the video here. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. If you are one of those many idle watchers and I'm really liking this, how it goes every week. A keyword for this week is audio problems, something along that line. If you have nothing to comment but you do want to appreciate or show your appreciation for this video, also for this channel, and help me get these videos noticed more, drop in the comments audio problems or something along those lines, and I'll know you actually appreciate the videos and you watched up to this point, and it also helps the whole YouTube algorithm or whatever, and we are all happier at the end of the day, maybe. So I don't know. Thanks for watching. Let's hope I have another video next week. If I don't, my camera is at somebody repair shop somewhere, I guess. And hopefully that only takes like a week. I have to figure out how we're going to do that. Or I'm just going to have to get used to recording the audio on a separate device. Yeah, that's also an option. I'm going to figure it out. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Maybe. Hopefully. Bye.